Alright y'all, I was doing all that cutting right there just to get ready to show y'all this little tip with the plasma cutter. And that was the end and a vent circle for a smoker that I'm building right now. So let me show you what I got right quick. That's the end piece, and that was the vent circle right there. So I got all that stuff cut out. And a lot of people already know, and some people may not. They may be kind of new to plasma or just didn't know. But I'm going to take this. I need to cut this part right here out. Basically like that, and then across there. And then I have to transfer that cut over to there. So typically I would cut this, then trace that on there, and then cut that out. But here's something that'll speed a lot of stuff along. You can put that right there, and then either clamp it down if you got long enough clamps that can get on there and stay out of the way, or just tack it down to it. And I'm going to clamp it down to so I can make sure I got it good and flat on there. I still got to measure that to make sure it's right. But I'll clamp the thing down and then just run a few little tacks around it, probably 3 tacks, and then just cut through both of them at the same time. This won't work with everything, but it will work with a lot of stuff. This is 1/4 inch and a piece of 10 gauge. So I mean, that's about 3/8 of an inch it's gonna blow through. But I've done it before with thicker stuff, and it'll blow through more than that. So anyway, I'm gonna get this lined up, get it tacked down, then we'll go over there and cut it out right quick. All right, y'all, I got it tacked on there and got it set up. I'm gonna use this little circle burner that I got on here to get the round part of it, and then I'll come back and straight edge that straight line there. And you can do it by hand, but you don't have to. If you have a circle burner, it's gonna be better. It's just gonna make the circle come out a little cleaner. And I got the HTP plasma going over here. I got it turned all the way up since I'm blowing through 2 pieces here. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these cut out, and that way I can get it cleaned up and get to putting it together. All right, and there you have it. If it is something that needs to be drilled, make sure you drill it first before you take it off of there. Or like, I see I had a punch mark there, but I wouldn't have known where to put it right there. I'd have had to punch it and then drill it. But it does save a little time, and like I say, it don't work with everything. I got 3 or 4 things that it may work with, and then a lot of other stuff it just don't, you know. So you just have to do it one at a time and take a little longer to do it. But if you got something like that, man, it does save some time, and especially if you got a lot of them to do like that, because you might be able to get through, depending on how thick the metal is, you might be able to do 3 at one time. If it's 1/8 inch, 10 gauge, 11 gauge, something like that. But anyway, man, that was just a quick tip with the plasma. I'm fixing to get to putting this chamber together in the firebox and try to get this smoker done. I've done several since the last video. I still have this Santa Maria coming too. It's still sitting there. I just hadn't got to it. This is kind of a side project deal, so I just hadn't got to the thing. The table's sitting inside there. The coal rack is sitting in there. Don't have the expansion on it yet. But it's coming. I just hadn't had time to finish it yet. I spent a lot of time on this just to end up shutting it down. I couldn't get it right. a little tabletop rotisserie. It got a long ways from what the guy actually wanted, and because I was having problems trying to set up a thing, some stuff on it, and it ended up that would actually sit down over the top of it. But that was the second attempt on the top, and it still got messed up. Sometimes it's better to just stop on a project and leave it alone than to keep going, because you end up losing so much time, more and more material. And a lot of times when you just leave it alone for a while, you actually figure it out what needs to be done. So that's on the back burner for a while. This smoker over here, it'll be for sale. I just put the second coat of paint on it. It'll be for sale here in a couple days once the paint dries and I get all the stuff back on it. A 40 by 18 reverse flow. So if y'all looking for a smoker, be on the lookout for that here in a couple days. I just got the second coat of paint on there, so it'll dry by tomorrow evening. I'll put everything back on there. But and then I'll do a video on it. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, man, please like and subscribe. And y'all come back for the next one, man. See what's going on.